Hello, everyone. Let me know if you're seeing me. Drop some fire emoji in the chat if you are seeing me and if you are excited to be here this great afternoon. Hi, Sade, Tamia, Candice, Anale, Abby. I see you guys. Thank you so much for joining. Ooh, who is this beauty here?
Hey
Hi, Nayoka.
partner, how are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm good today. I'm good. So let me say everybody I talk about dancing and not having no tickets. If you don't have your ticket, you cannot be over here for
Yes,
the vibes. Make
no,
sure you're ready with
no
your tickets.
entry.
Exactly. No entry at all if you don't have a ticket. So how are you guys? How is everybody?
Wow, don't even ask.
Wait
I
for
want to
Select
ask you,
Comina.
how are you? I want to
Sister,
ask, how are you?
I know you don't have the sleep, I know you don't have no sleep right now. But we're gonna
Wow.
pull through. I know it's been an hectic week for myself. I know it might be
Oh,
the same for everybody else. We're university students, it's a beat way, but
no
we're gonna fight
joke. No
back.
joke.
Yes, that's it. So I
Where
see we have a
are
few
our good
commenters.
members?
So those who are present, you just run over to the BIP group, the WhatsApp group, and let them know that we are live and ready to start.
I wonder if
So
anybody
Sade was the
hears
early
me.
bird. They should be
Anayoka,
hearing. Let me check with the others to see if they're hearing us.
wondering, are you guys hearing us? Drop a fire emoji if you're hearing us.
Yeah, so Candy says that she's hearing us. Are you guys seeing us as well? There we
Hi,
go.
okay.
Abby sent the fire. Okay, Abby, thank you.
Oh, Abby, thank you. So at least we know
So
that
where's
Abby is
everybody else,
hearing us.
guys? Come through next week Thursday. Hey, Anele, come over here. Different fear gainings,
And then we
So
ask for
she's
the fire
different.
emoji, not the sales. Hi, Faith. I see you.
And so because Anele start that, yes, Mr. Candice come through too,
You're so
I'm just
candy.
waiting. I'm
And then
waiting.
you know that Tamia is slowly coming behind them asking about the chocolate
Yes.
cookie something.
Mm-hmm.
See, you
so,
see what
so
I'm
she
saying
comment
though?
there
She's right
right on
there.
time.
Hi, ladies. Thank you so much for joining. Wow. I like you guys.
Just waiting on few of our members, just some more members,
Tamia,
and then
how
we
much
get
cookies do
into
you think
it.
you can eat? No, Abby, cookies not giving away now. America, you must be putting myself in trouble.
Oh, okay. No, no, honey, no, no, no.
No,
You better
no.
clear the ear, no, Cheyenne. You
I'm
better clear
putting
the ear
myself
over
in
there.
trouble. But hi, hello. Wow, come on, guys. Don't be shy. Drop some fire emoji, show some love. We are here for another amazing meeting. Aren't we happy to be here? Candice, I'm going to ask you to
And
desist
Cheyenne, no,
from
sir.
fraudulence.
And
That is
Abby
what
is
I'm
going
going
with
to
it.
say.
Abby said, say less candy. Cheyenne, your money off up there now.
I wonder if she take I have a MasterCard. I wonder if she do that. You know what? I'm not going there with you guys
You
this
have machine
evening.
over there, Candy? No,
Oh my
sir.
god.
Sister Mastercard.
I'm not.
You're too rich.
I'm not going there. But thank you guys. To start the vibes. I'm feeling the vibes already coming on Nayoka. How about you? I'm feeling the
I'm
vibes.
definitely seeing it coming through. Guys, remember to share the live, share the link, and let them come on and share the poster so we can have all our members here for the gems that we're going
Here.
to have today.
And
We're
just to
here now to
remind
know
them,
how to get that bag.
just to remind them, you don't want to miss this. This is a money opportunity, you know.
Exactly.
This is a lifelong opportunity to make some money.
Of course. And you see Tamia making all of her TikToks. Tamia, you have to know how to,
Yes.
generate the funds from your TikTok over there, friend.
And Tamia could definitely use it because she's saying she's about to start her YouTube channel. So I know that Tamia is ready and pumped
Then
up for all
Tamia.
the knowledge. Candice, behave yourself. Bye. Leave me alone now. Thank you. All right, then how many of us are in the chat now, Donna Yoko? Wow. I like
So
how
we have
everybody
Candice,
just
Abby. I've been seeing El Said, and I really want to know who El Said is. El Said, I forgot
Elsie.
to tell me your name in the WhatsApp group. Yes,
Is it
been very
Said or
active in the
Shade?
comment section. Is Sade?
I'm
The
wondering because
L.
I have a friend that's had the same spelling, but it actually
Yeah, true.
pronounced Shade.
I know a girl with that for
I see
real.
you,
So I guess it's
Olivia.
El Sade.
Hi. All right, guys. So I'm seeing everybody in the chat, and I like the fact that nobody is allowing the stress from school to weigh us down. We're here to have some fun, and I'm feeling the
Stress.
vibes. I'm feeling the vibes. Awesome,
Remember,
awesome,
FMA is where we
awesome.
come to de-stress, Cheyenne. So that's why
Wow,
we're
girl,
here
don't
for
even
the
remind me.
vibes and the gems.
Oh, it's Sade.
So it's Sade. Perfect.
Oh,
Yeah. I need to get used to that spelling. So I'll not say El Said
I think I
anymore.
got
It's
used to it
Sade.
from last year
Perfect.
though. It's a unique way. All right, are we ready? Are we ready? Are we ready? If you are ready and you are hearing the sound of my voice this fine afternoon, tap in the chat and type ready if you are ready. Type ready. Let's go. Let's see who can type ready first. And then we'll do a shout out to that person. Ready. Who is ready? Let's know. I said the food just take over the chat. So, hi. I see you. I see you. I see the ready coming in. And not Candy is trying to type the word ready single without getting interrupted. Why are you so unique? Come on now. All right. I see you guys. Ready,
See,
ready,
Kashina is
ready.
doing it too. Tamia is doing it.
Yes, and Prezi is doing it. Prezi, I see you. Hi, Jamaica. You are ready. Come on. Come on. All right, guys, we're seeing you in the chat, and we are ready as your hosts for today to bring to you an amazing session. And before we get into it, you know that we have to invite Candice on screen, right? We have to invite Candice on screen. We know that. Do we want to invite her?
I'm already here.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi,
Hey,
Candice.
Candy.
Hi guys!
Hey, the troublemaker up on screen.
Hi,
Don't
Marcus.
spread rumors. I'm not a troublemaker. Don't do that. Alicia, I want you to leave my ring lights alone. Alright guys, so I'm here to call this meeting to an order. So the time is currently 3:16 and we're ready to start today's meeting. Yay!
Woo! Drop some fire emoji,
I
guys,
said,
if
this is
you're
from
ready. Drop the fire emoji. Come on, keep the vibes going, man. Everybody calling your
But everybody
troublemaker, though.
quiet. Me not love this.
I'm wondering.
exactly. That's what I was just
Let's
going to
go for
say.
it. I wonder if it's because me have me puff. I don't think that because me wear puff too.
You
Man, you
change up
know.
style on them, Cheyenne. That's why.
Woo, at the look for girl, but look for no lip of fire emoji coming in. Thank you guys so much. Fire emoji. All right, Tamia, I see you. Today, I see you too. Alicia, Faith, come on now. Boy, Annalie just keep on defending the food, but you know, VP, we understand. We understand. All right, so
Hey,
before we
Annalena,
go
you
any
see
further,
that?
you guys know that we're about the vibes and the excitement and all of that. But before we can even get into anything, you know that we have to invite the presence of God to saturate this place, to allow this meeting to go in one piece without the glitch. So we're going to ask who is our prayer warrior for today. The troublemaker is the prayer warrior for today. You know, we're gonna ask Candice to take us out in prayer.
All right, let us pray. Dear righteous and heavenly Father, thank you for waking us up this morning, all right, man? Thank you for allowing us to be here as a family, to fellowship, to talk, to hold our vibes, to give trouble, to relax. Lord, pray that this meeting will not be only be fun, but it will be educational. Somebody can learn and use what is taught to us today, not just for today, but in the future. For your name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Amen. Wow. Hmm.
Yes, the troublemaker can pray.
Entertain, right? I I know,
Wow.
right? She did her
Wow.
thing.
Wow. Amen. 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 Oh, now see the amen. Them are dropping on the chat. Chat me not like
I
on
know,
a poll,
right?
you know. Come on. Let us say amen for our prayer well said. We're asking for covenant under God's holy blood on his arm, and we're asking him to keep this meeting and guide and protect us on or going in and our coming out. I am seeing the amen coming in. I see you. I see you. Thank you so much. Yes, Alicia, the lady can pray, man. The lady can indeed pray. Nayoka,
I said, Cheyenne,
Nayoka, oh, you look
before
so.
before we came on, I was like, I'm waiting on you to pray.
Wow.
I was waiting on her to come over and pray, and I was not disappointed.
Not.
Nah, never. Candice to the rescue.
All right, bye, guys.
All right, thank you so much, Candice, for calling this meeting to order and also praying a word of prayer for us that was really needed to start us off, right? Nayoka, can you disagree? Hold on, Nayoka.
I agree. I agree. 100%.
Oh, your internet. Oh, okay, great.
You're not hearing me, sweetie?
I'm hearing you now. You
You
were
hearing me?
frozen a minute ago, but I'm hearing you now. Yes, I am. We're inviting
Okay.
Tamia, right?
Hi
Woo!
guys.
No man, but want some of the FMA soap, you know. Something is happening in
Hey,
FMA.
Tamia
Let's see
always come
Tamia
over here with the smile, you know?
with the glow
Yes,
up, with the glow up.
smiley, smiley. How are you guys doing today?
We're good. How are you, Tamia?
Um, can't
I'm good.
complain,
I'm
can't
good. I'm good.
complain.
I'm tired, but I'm good. You know, tired but good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand that feeling very well.
Mm.
So I'm
All
ready
right.
for
So
the
for
excitement.
today,
Come on, Tamia, icebreaker.
all right. So
Yeah, I
for
want to
today,
see
I'll
what
be
she's
doing
coming with
some
this week,
riddles.
man.
Some riddles. So I'm going to basically, riddle me this, riddle me that, and then you guys are going to type in the chat and answer. All right.
So we
All
can
right.
answer
So the
too?
first one I have is what
Okay.
is full of holes but still holds water? So what is full of holes but still holds water? No Google, guys. No
Let
Google.
me
You have
see
to
the
look it
bright
up.
spark. Let me see the bright sparks coming through
Me
in the
there,
chat.
I try think about it in the hand. Me don't think it's so bright.
What carries old but holds water? Is that the
It's full of
question?
Yeah.
oil, but it holds
Mm-hmm.
water.
Me give up.
Well,
Guess because me not so bright.
exactly. That one they had bad. Oh my god, I think we have a winner. What's that?
Jamaica is saying sun.
Yes, Jamaica got it. So it's actually a sponge. So you
Okay.
guys know what, like,
Oh,
you guys know
Jamaica.
sponge, you know, like SpongeBob, the perfect example of SpongeBob.
Oh,
I honestly was not thinking
oh,
about that.
that's true enough.
I was not thinking about that.
All right,
God.
so the
I
second one
wasn't
is,
either, to be honest.
what question can you never answer yes to? Like, you can never answer yes to this particular question.
What question you can never answer yes to?
Yeah. Yes or no, basically. Yeah. You can't answer this question. No matter what happens, you can't answer this question.
Are you sleeping?
Yes, Nayoka.
Okay, I got that.
Are
I
you
got that.
asleep?
Wait,
Oh
Yeah,
my
because you're always asleep and
God.
somebody comes say you're asleep.
yeah.
Like
Asleep, you asleep.
I was just
Oh, you
thinking about
can't answer yes
exactly
or no for real.
Because if you're asleep, if I'm sleeping, how am I going to
because I
tell
was
you I'm
actually
sleeping?
sleeping, but then you came and I had to answer. So like,
All right, so the third one is,
I would
what
have never
can be
thought
put in a
that was
saucepan?
hard, Tamia.
Come again? It's hard. It's not hard.
I'm
It's
saying
not
that one was
hard.
hard.
It made. All right, so the next one is, what can't be put in a saucepan? Like, you can't put this in a saucepan any at all.
a saucepan.
Mm-hmm.
You can't put this in a saucepan.
Yeah.
Candice,
You see what?
what is your
You see what?
response?
Abby have in the comments. Abby said that she was going to the riddle before this one. I was gonna say dead.
Oh my god.
Hey, Abby do some deep thinking for no one there, you know.
But couldn't that answer work too?
I mean, it could because you can't say
I think
yes
that
or
answer could
no.
have worked, you know.
Yeah, because I can't say no, I'm not dead, or yes, I'm dead. Because
I'm dead. Yeah.
so you guys don't know what you can't put in a saucepan?
I can't. I don't know. Anybody in the chat knows?
Nobody. I think it's pretty simple, you know, but maybe because me have the answer, so it's simple to me.
But Candy should I know, you know, because the Candy's
Candice
in the
said
kitchen.
here.
Air. Okay.
No, not
Exactly.
I
Oil.
said oil.
You can't
What
put
cannot
the
be put
in
in
the
a
saucepan. You can cover the.
Oh, that makes sense.
You can't put the
You get
lid
it,
in the
Shannon?
saucepan.
I would have
So
never
what?
thought of that one at
Exactly. I
all.
would not think about that.
Feelings.
I don't know where that part come from with the feelings, you know.
So, all right. So, our next one is. I think this is pretty simple. What can you break even if you never pick it up or touch it? So, what can you break if you never pick it up or touch it?
Someone's heart.
What can you
Mhm. Yeah, what can you
I
break?
don't
Like,
know. I have something in my head, but that one didn't go say or tell so. See, can this say somebody
break
heart too?
silence?
silence makes sense, but that's not the answer I'm looking for.
Is it something that has to do with your body?
No.
Okay.
There's actually a song on it.
What can
So
you break with?
there's a song on it.
Bones.
No.
Everybody's saying heart. That's my
I
first
don't
The
think
thought.
answer is not hard.
You were like a little
What
infant,
else
a
are
little,
we?
hangman
There's a
something.
song on it, like yes, Tanisha.
Promise. Only Tanisha can get this one, you know.
So
All
what is the
right.
song though?
I am a promise. I am a
Oh,
possibility.
oh,
It's like
no, no, Kashina, I can't. I'll tell you later. I'll text you and tell you later.
oh,
I'll tell you later. Of course, people break promise. True.
yeah, yeah. You can break it, but you can't like touch it or take it up. So it's not like a glass where you can drop or whatever. So yeah. All right. So the final one I have is
Well, that does make sense.
ready. So the next one is what three numbers? So what one, two,
Okay.
three numbers, none of which is zero, give the same result whether they are multiplied or added. So what three numbers, none of which is zero, give the same result whether they are added or multiplied?
Who?
Mm-hmm. Yes, Tanisha. Tanisha got it. One, two,
Well,
three.
5.
No, Tanisha got it. One, two,
Tanisha, get me
three.
this. That's my don't bad man.
One,
So
two,
two times three are
three.
six,
Wow.
and one.
Oh God no.
One times six are six, and then three twos, five, and then one six. So when you add them, you get six, and when
Oh,
you
that's what you
multiply
meant.
them,
Meant a
yeah.
different way.
I feel like Tanisha both would answer them, you know. Exactly, exactly, Abigail. I literally went like one, two, three.
Tommy, I feel
Yeah.
like you gave away the answer for that one. Hmm, you did.
No, I mean, I didn't. I didn't. Because I didn't. I don't think I did. I don't think I did. So that's it for my riddles, guys. I don't have any more. But we don't want some more next week when you can link me again. I
You don't have
mean,
any more?
no, that's it.
Oh, it's the icebreaker queen, The icebreaker queen over there.
So true. So, all right, Tanya, thank you so much for the icebreaker.
You are welcome.
But Tamia, before you go, we'll also want you to, continue with the welcome and other expressions for today.
All right. So, without no further ado, I'm honored, first of all, to be given the welcome. But I just want to take the time out to welcome each and every one of you today at today's meeting. Thank you for choosing FMA once again. Thank you for tuning in
That
every
is it.
Thursday between the hours of 3 to 5 p.m. where the vibes unmatched, the gems, them unstoppable. Thank you so much. Welcome, one and all. Bye now.
I like that little part. The gems are unstoppable. I fucking started that, man. The gems are unstoppable.
And don't we can agree to that though that the gems are indeed unstoppable.
Hmm. I think so. What do you guys think in the chat? Like, they are unstoppable, of course. I love that
Let
time you
us
just said.
know.
You're hearing
We
me,
don't
right,
have any
Cheyenne?
comments in the chat. Listening. Yes, I'm hearing you. I'm definitely hearing you. Are
Right,
you hearing
perfect.
me?
I am, but I keep my AirPods keep disconnecting for some weird reason. Not sure.
Oh, that's the reason why it's glitching a little. All right.
Probably. I don't. I think my wife too because Candice. I was telling about my wife. It's the wife.
Woo, you're glitching a lot. What? Hey, I Candice bad mouth your
Hold
Wi-Fi, you
on.
know. I feel Candice bad mouth your Wi-Fi. All right. What else do we have on our agenda for today for our members?
So
We
for
have our pull-up
today, we
promo.
always come with the vibes. Yes, we do. So we welcome back our troublemaker to do that for us for today. Troublemaker, you ready?
Okay, make your way.
And I'm going to have to find a different
Abby, you're going to
name
hear
for you.
why we're not having any meeting next week.
So, wait
So,
a man, just wait, man. The pot a bubble. Pot a bubble, man. So, so
Oh,
guys, I
sure.
am. You see, I can't remember finish the sentence. So, guys, I am here to talk to you about an event that is coming up. Can somebody in the chat tell me what event FMA have coming up? You want a hint? It will be happening next week, Thursday. So come, fill up the comments, let me know. Come on.
Abby, now you know what is
let's
happening
see
next
who is
week.
paying attention in the group.
Yes, Abby is paying
All right.
attention. Go star for
Okay.
you.
Whoop, whoop,
Go star for
whoop.
you. So now you know why there won't be any meeting next week. But we have something better. You get to see your favorite FMA execs. I know, me. In action, in person.
That's not true. But hey,
She said, she said, okay.
And not only will you get to meet your FMA execs, but we have something better. You'll be able to come and support some small business owners. We have some skincare plugs, some pastry plugs. I hear Anna been asking for some sweet potato and some cookie in the comments. So make sure you pull up. We have jewelry, hair care. To miss is to this, so you have to pull up. You're pulling up, Nayoka?
We'll see. We won't tell them. We'll see. We'll see.
See,
Can't tell them.
see.
We'll see.
And you know you can't pull up with an empty pocket. So which business you look like you're going to ready to support, Cheyenne? With your MasterCard.
Hey, you remember that part?
After
I am just going to ask you to kindly clear out my pocket, please, and thank you.
but you put out say you have MasterCard, now you take it back.
No, I don't want to not up in my business too much. The only thing pulling up next week is me with a nice hairstyle to eat out the cookie from the cookie jar. How does that sound?
So it's who paying for
No
the cookie?
saying you can't go eat out the cookie there. Exactly.
Exactly.
You can't copy that. Anyway, I know for sure though that a lot of our members will definitely be looking forward to coming to taste the amazing
Yes.
pastry that will be done by the chef herself that gives a lot of trouble. But anyways, we just hope that the pastry is live and direct. And when I come for 2 cookies, I'm not sharing with my assistant, so nobody should put anything on my bill. Just letting you know from now.
You should come for 2 shop buy from me on her ear, guys. My partner
Yes.
has the MasterCard. I don't have a card.
She has the
has
MasterCard.
to do everything. Right there.
And like Cheyenne just mentioned, few of our participating business are our very own FMA family. So you have to pull up. Have to.
Have to.
So you can't keep an event without telling you the time, the place, So pull up will be kept in Sculpture Park on November 10th from 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. So you can't be late, because if you're late, you might miss a giveaway here and there, and you don't want the excitement to miss you.
Hmm.
You
I
don't
saw
want
someone
to
was
commit
asking in
to
the
that.
chat about
No,
credit.
no,
That's
no,
what
no.
If you're poor, you might just know.
exactly. And why would we tell our secrets from early? You have to come. Have
True.
to. So if
So
you're
see, as
on
Abby said,
campus,
to Mrs. to this,
if you have class on campus, tell the teacher say you're using the bathroom and you come, pop in your head and go. Simple, Sana. Simple.
Candice, Candice, behave yourself. Behave yourself.
not
All right, let
Candice
me
telling
say
the children to
Guys,
properly.
leave
listen,
class
You use
though.
the
lunch or
bathroom
break.
and instead of walk this way, you walk through Sculpture Park. Simple.
Uh-huh.
Simple.
But see, Abby don't want the cookie to miss her.
Exactly.
And Sade
Exactly.
wants cheesecake.
Yeah, she wants to go to see you. Go to the bathroom and just come back with a cheesecake in your hand.
You saw somebody left it in there,
Just
just
like
stick it
that.
out to probably throw it away.
Yeah, simple. Don't. And then if the lecturer asks where you get it from, you
Hmm.
just plug it, say, event happening in Sculpture Park. I think you should look down there. And it's
Yeah.
not just an
Event
event
Spend
for
some
happening
Utech
in
money.
Candice.
students. It's not just an event
And
for
spend some
Utech
money.
students. So bring us your friends in from UE, from work, from church, bring your neighbor, bring your dog, bring everybody and come and pull
Not
up.
the dog. Not the dog.
I didn't mean later.
Not the dog. All right, guys, but you know exactly what Candice is talking about. She's talking about you coming in on Thursday next week. Pull up, buy something, support a small business. You know, it's okay. It's great when you buy local. She will be there herself, live and direct. Other amazing small business will be there. So you know what time it's going to be. I start saving from now. Small, small cocoa, full baskets. So you want to have some money to come in and support the business. So start saving from now, guys. And the troublemaker herself will be there. I think my assistant will be there. You know, me I go just pull up with my nice self.
And your
You know,
MasterCard.
Mute
you know.
yourself. Mute
And the
yourself and then
MasterCard. And the MasterCard. Mm-hmm.
Cheyenne, hey, Candice Nally, what your
And my
MasterCard name?
MasterCard.
See? Simple. All right, guys. So see you next week. Make sure I see you guys announce. You guys been asking for opportunity to interact with our execs, and this is it. This is it. So see you guys next week.
All
Thank you
right.
for that,
So
Candice.
I think everybody should be excited about meeting Candice, because she not only have the food, but she have the vibe, right? Nayoka, are you
She
excited
does, she does,
for
she
the
does.
event?
I'm more than excited. I just can't wait for all of that. Like, y'all, I'm waiting. I just feel the vibes already. I know all our members are feel the vibes to come
Yeah.
and meet everybody, buy one and two stuff, and just enjoy the day.
Yeah, let's just come
See, we
over,
even having
guys.
a
Don't
chat
be
about the
shy.
dogs, and the dogs deserve a day out too. Everybody deserve a little break, and that's facts.
That's true. Let's do that. And I see everybody is more than excited about the pastries and you know, we just know that Candy is
Yes,
about to sell off. Mm. And don't be shy, guys, to approach the other small businesses there. You can, I don't know if we're going to have a swimwear section. Cause the girl has to come out in the January for the sun. Me and my assistant will be doing the matching. So we would like to see you guys there. So you and your bestie, or you and your groupie, or your best friend and sister cousin can match too. Okay.
definitely.
So pull up. All
So if you're
right.
going to pull up, let me see in the chat that you're going to pull up. Just
Exactly.
kind of give us a
Tell us.
little vibe in the chat. Let us know that you're going to pull up, so we're able
Drop
to
some fire
expect you.
emoji. All right. Here, Abby has to run out and get the swimmy. It's a swimwears. Come on, guys. Don't be afraid, guys, to let us know in the chat if you will be there. So nobody wants to be there. Woo. Okay, Candice, we know it won't miss you. We know. No emoji at all. No, man. I don't know. I don't think our members understand.
Like when you don't want to come silly. As it's a Tanisha on my eyelash. That is it, Tanisha.
Oh, God.
So Candice, why are
Tanisha
you running out
ready.
on Annalise treat that she wants for herself?
But I noticed that Candice like to find out everybody's pocket because she's also now talking about Annalise MasterCard. All right, Faith. Faith says she will be there with the fire emoji. Can't wait to meet you, Faith. Nobody else confirming that they'll be there. I wanna just shy and just want to pop up. I don't want we know. Say you guys are pulling up on us.
Oh my, look at that accusation in the comment section, Sharon. Not even an
Whew, did
accusation.
you see it? It's not
Assumption, I
loading
should
for
say.
me. It's not loading for me. That assumption
Let
is
me tell
not
you what
loading
he
for
said. He said, she said, of course, FMA execs, them rich. Candice, are you talking? I mean, I think she's speaking for herself on a whole, for all of us, you know? She's a rich
I
aunt
think
for
so.
everybody in FMA, you know?
But you
Yeah,
know, you
she's
can't
the rich
forget that
FMA exec.
our president is extremely rich too, you know. So we just have to,
I know I'm not going to be with you on that part, you know, Cheyenne, because I'm
we
not going
just
to let
have to
Kashina
put it.
warm me, you know.
Listen, Nayoka, you have to take my side. Mine are taking the wrong side of the fence and miss out and getting a cookie or a slice of cheesecake. You have to feel them out from early, you know. All right. So I'm seeing the fire emoji. All right. I see you. Woo. Can't wait. All right. I see Alison laughing as if she's pulling up with the big bag, you know. I think Alison will be pulling up with the bag. And I love that. Love that. She promised Annalie to buy her something. I like that for you, Annalie. Like that for you. I love the vibes in the chat that you guys are excited about the pull up, the pop up and shop. I like this. Can't wait to see you guys, and I hope you come out and support the business. All right.
But it seems everybody's attacking Annalise pocket and Cheyenne's pocket. So I think you guys are both the rich exec. You know, the rich execs.
Remember, I am not the granddaughter of any rich political man or business owner. Nayoka, remember, your family owns an entire estate, you know. So I think that your pocket is way
No,
heavy.
Cheyenne. No, Cheyenne.
Heavy.
Partner, what are you talking about? I'm a bit lost. I'm a bit lost on that part.
We're talking about the heavy pocket.
You try those so that make nobody hear you, you know?
I'm
Mm-mm.
sorry.
When you
Okay.
see my Cheyenne and put me in, guys.
I'm sorry. Hey,
Oh
Jody
my.
K, we are best of friends from this day onward. From Miss Sinayoka, Miss Rich.
I mean, of course, I will be rich, definitely. Like, manifestation, pray upon it. I will be rich. But not right now, guys. Like, not right now. I don't know why everybody always have that little, you know what? Them always assume, so, oh, now you have more the money. But soon.
Rich
But
Prince
sure.
Nayoka. And Jody
I know
name
I'm
Stewart.
stunned to even talk.
Candice, please leave Jody alone. Thank you in advance.
I
Oh
cannot
my
believe
God.
this.
Hey, you can't come at FMA meeting and not feel like you're a part of a family, I swear on it.
Exactly.
Like, don't take us personal. We just have fun and laugh away our worries at times. And that's what FMA is all about. But without further ado, let me know. All right. Is our guest speaker close or are
Yes, she
we
is. So I will
ready?
be going into our. She's here. So we'll be getting into
But
our
I was doing something
introduction for our
embarrassing.
speaker today.
Hi.
So we'll be getting into our intro today for our guest speaker, Miss Stacy and Brown. So you have all seen the face. We're in the presence of a star here. But do you know who Miss Stacy and Brown is? So Miss Stacy and Brown, she is the creative director and CEO of Photos by Stacy B, a business that prides itself on versatility and storytelling. She's a photographer, a cinematographer, a drone pilot, a painter, a brand consultant, and a writer. Additionally, she is also the project manager for the Adunkly portfolio. Miss Brown's refreshing approach to storytelling through digital art is what brought her to be named one of Digital Jamaica's People to Watch in 2022. She has worked on the projects that tackle various challenges we face as humans, such as racism, classism, social justice, poverty, and much more. She has years of experience working with the local and international brands such as Keller Williams, Lashings, and High Grade JA Leaf. Her work has been featured several times in the local newspaper, such as the Jamaica Gleaner, the Jamaica Observer, and Kuya Magazine. She has also been recognized internationally through interviews with Voyage Maya Magazine, a US based magazine company. She enjoys being a mentor to anyone who wants to pursue their goals and give consistent motivational talks with via her Instagram page. So if you guys follow her on Instagram, you'll definitely get those as I do every week. She hopes to, through her storytelling, continue to highlight some issues that we face in our society as a community and as individuals with the aim of inspiring positive changes. So you do see that we're in the midst of a star, right, guys? We definitely are. So how are you doing today, Miss Brown?
I am doing wonderfully. The place just hot.
I know, right? It
The
is
heat
very
is
hot.
killing me, but
All
we're here.
right.
We're here.
Very
Thank you very much for the
So thank you for
introduction.
joining us today.
Of course. Thank you for having me. How are you
Absolutely.
guys doing today?
We're tired. School has been, a rough patch, but we're going through. We're going through.
You feel like school is rough. Wait till you
And
get
we're just
to
over here
work
having
life.
fun.
Well, fun is good and you need to do that from time to time. Enjoy school while you can because it gets worse.
Yes,
All right.
definitely.
So, you guys ready for me to start?
We are ready
Yes, we
when you
are.
are.
I can't wait to
We're
hear
yours.
all about you after seeing your work. I can't wait to hear the presentation.
Okay. All right. So, I'm going to be presenting today on how to make a profit or how to make profits from being a content creator or creating content. Now, when people think about content creation, I think a lot of times their mind goes straight to photography, videography, Instagram reels, but there is so much more to it than that. And I hope that after this presentation, persons who are watching this can remind themselves of certain skills that they have that they didn't even realize falls under content writing, and start to make some money from it. Because I know that you guys are in university right now, but it's never too early to save for your future. It's never too early to just use your creative magic to help out your parents with your school fee or pay back student loans, whatever it may be, because it can form itself to be a very good business in the long term. All right. So when it comes to content creation, other forms of content creating are blogs, music, ebooks, fine art, graphic art, animations. So if you are just starting up, try to figure out what speaks to you, because I'm going to talk about passion because my business was formed on passion. I never did an art degree. I don't have a degree in photography. I actually have a bachelor's in IT. And I was working in the IT industry for over 7 years, and I learned a lot, but it wasn't what made me happy. And photography is something I did within the last 3 years of me working in the IT and marketing industry, and it really spoke to me. I don't regret the education that I got because it gave me a business mindset that I don't think a lot of not photographers, but content creators have these days. One of my lecturers from UE ran a joke with me the other day and said, you know, you have a lot of creatives, but none of the creatives are actually hustlers or business minded. Um, so when you're starting up, you have to consider branding. What are you putting out there? What type of content? Who is your target audience? And branding goes a long way. And don't think that just because, for example, if you don't have a website, or if you want to become a photographer, you don't have a professional camera or anything, don't feel as if you have to limit yourself. I started my business with a Samsung S9, and it's through networking and just trying to be a good person to other people that people saw my passion for work, and I was even doing events with my camera. But I always made sure that I had on a branded shirt with my company name even before it was a registered company. And people would walk up to me and say, oh, what kind of company is that? What do you do? And then a conversation would start. And they could go to my Instagram, and it's either they like my work or they don't like it. But it helped me to build a momentum. Once you find out what it is that you want to do, start to reach out to persons within that niche and collaborate. So for me, I worked with a lot of fellow photographers. It allowed me to learn. The creative community is not one that is necessarily selfish if you know who to go to. These people will literally help you to get gear, or if they have gear that they don't necessarily need, they'll give it to you. It's a community of kindness, and that's one way to also build yourself within the creative community. Build a community. Don't be afraid to reach out to persons to learn. Don't be afraid to reach out to other persons to collaborate. A lot of times these fellow creatives, they have links, and when you build genuine friendships with them, not because you want to, oh, this person has a momentum, I'm going to work with them. If their work speaks to you, you genuinely look up to them, you genuinely respect what they do, and there's something that you know you can learn from them. It's not just about the hype, because if you just try to follow the hype, you're not going to gain organic customers or gain things organically. um so also collaborating with people, when you it's different for someone to see your work rather than actually be working with you.
I've done a lot of collaborations and I've gained so much respect for and from fellow photographers or fellow persons within the creative industry, because when people see just how passionate you are and how professional you can be when you're on these collaborations, you will have fellow creatives reach out to you and say, hey, I have a job, I'm double booked, can you go and shoot this for me? And they won't second guess it because they've been around you and they know, hey, this person is professional. I've collaborated with this person, and they can easily recommend you, and it's going to be accepted very well from the clients because this is a high recommendation. And then when you now go and you do a good job, and consistency is also another part of it. Make sure so when you start, so you can't stop. And don't feel as if because you're not building momentum, you should stop or pull back. Whenever you feel as if you're not getting anywhere, that means you should push harder. Don't try to, um, you have to discipline yourself. You have to be consistent. Don't be afraid to do free work. This is also a part of the collaboration and networking. And when I say free work, you can walk into a business place. So for example, you're a food blogger. Walk into a business place, and when you order food, take pictures of the food, write about it in a blog, and put the pictures up on your Instagram. Tag those persons. Those persons will then share your photos, and then other persons will actually want to invite you to their locations and write about their places or help to market their places. And I spoke about writing as well as photography because it's important to generalize rather than to just have one skill. So if you know that you're very good at as somebody said, free work oftentimes help with your portfolio. That is so true. A lot of my free work has really drastically helped with my portfolio. So definitely don't feel as if everything has to be about money. I started out also, I remember going to Lashings, how I formed that relationship with them. I went there with my daughter years ago, took some pictures of the place, and they loved it. And while my Instagram grew, I treated them like home, not because I wanted something from them, but because I genuinely enjoyed my stay. The staff was amazing. And even the other day, a couple weeks ago, my daughter and I stayed once again in one of their premium rooms for free. And we took pictures. And there's just that relationship building. So you can now continue to do some free work, build your momentum. And when you reach a level of consistency, you see when you have so much value and so much, as Jamaicans would call it, bactive, you see when you go to somebody and you say, all right, this is the price, and them want to raise an eye at you, then you say, look here, here's my portfolio. This is what I'm worth. So if this is what you want to get, this is the quality of work you want to get, this is the price you have to pay. And it also goes to price. You don't want to aim too high when you're starting out, but you also don't want to be too low. Give yourself room to think about budgeting. You have to put aside money, yes, to cover whatever overhead expenses, content creation, depending on what it can be one of the most capital intensive fields ever, because camera equipment isn't cheap. Whether you're doing photography, whether you're doing vlogging, it's not cheap. To buy a domain, to maintain paying for a domain or a website per month, it adds up, it accumulates. Adobe subscriptions, I know that some people, do the bootleg version. I wouldn't recommend it because it does come with its perks. And I'll get to that down the line as well. Also, don't forget your business cards, don't forget your flyers, and you may just be in a barbershop one day, and saying a barbershop them love talk. You just say, oh, so I have a new photography business, or even go to the barbershop and suggest, let me do a before and after video, or let me get some customers' reviews for you and give it to them. While you're doing that, there might be customers in there who actually want persons to do those things for them, and they don't like them have it on their mind. And sometimes you just doing that is their divine intervention to say, hey, I need some photos, and have a business card ready for them. I've been on shoots where people walk up to me and say, do you also offer this service? And I say, yes. All right, I have this that I'm going to do, and what can we work out? So networking, and make sure you go to workshops and pop-up events like the Utech FMA pop-up events that's going on. I hope I can get to go. But those are very good ways to network properly. You have to plan. You have to plan everything. I'm not saying that you have to plan necessarily down to the actual content fully, because to be honest, when it comes to content creation, a lot of it is planning, but a lot of it is also inspiration. And as I say, I am very passionate. I have projects that I have been planning for years, and then out of the blue, I'll just strip the whole idea and just do something completely different, and it turns out a lot better. So sometimes procrastination isn't bad. And there's a whole psychology behind it. But when you're passionate about something, especially when it comes down to creativity, there is so much that you can put into it, and it's not even going to feel like a chore. I mentioned being consistent, because if you put out consistent value, people know that they can trust you. And it's important to build trust with customers and potential customers. That way, you don't even have to pay for advertisement. Because my business, honestly, I don't know how people say friends don't support businesses. My business was built off friends. And it's important when you're growing a business, no matter what it is, to align yourself personally and professionally with persons who have a mindset of growth, who know that, hey, helping this person or collaborating with this person, it works both ways. We can push each other. My friends, when they book with me, they pay full price. Always. They pay full price. And I have friends that will pay full price, and I'll have a random project. We can't pay them for model, and they'll show up. One person will buy a case of water and make sure say everybody at the shoot. But again, it also goes to building rapport, because they know you're passionate about it. And once somebody else sees your passion, it's as if you're going to an investor with a proposal and you're saying, hey, invest in this, because it's a visual proposal to others when they see how much work you put into it. And I'm sure even when you're marketing your products on IG, or when you're on IG, you see certain pages and they're selling craft items, for example. So for example, I don't know if you know what dream catchers are, or even say, for example, crochet bikinis. People will look at it and say, why does this bikini, why am I paying $7,000, $8,000 for a bikini? You see, when them look and them see that video with that speed, when you increase the speed and you see how long the person really sits and has to think about every intricate stitch, and then them think to themselves, but would I charge more than this if I were to do something like this? So you don't just market the end product, always show people the work that you put in. When you share behind the scenes, it not only shows your dedication, it shows also your professionalism. It shows, well, for me, I've had my mentor and other people say when I show my behind the scenes, it shows also how much of an experience it is, especially if your content creation comes from a service-based perspective like mine, where I have to actually go out and meet these people and talk to them. I just share an experience with them. You build their confidence, you give them what they want, and I don't necessarily I don't believe in giving the bare minimum, because if you give the bare minimum, your business is going to get back the bare minimum. I have times when I have clients and I'm just having a random conversation with them. They become my friends leading up to the shoot. I will tell them, you drink water today because remember your skin have to look nice on the day. What are you wearing? You know, you build a personal relationship with them. I once found out that one of my clients likes dragon stouts. They're from overseas. When we right before we did the shoot, I gave them a 6-pack of dragon stout. Never charge them anymore for it or anything like that. The other day I did a wedding. I was booked simply for photography, but then I saw a moment and I said, you know what? It's not even about me getting my business recognition. If I capture this moment, I know it will make this person feel good. And a part of marketing is knowing which emotions create certain memories that will make it last. Being in marketing for over 7 years, I learned that the best form of marketing you can have is word of mouth. Because when somebody else can say to somebody else and say, you know, say yes, and then they take out IG and them say, oh, yeah, man, look on this, and you know, say shit. People will push your business simply because of how they see you pushing it. From the business aspect of it, I think as content creators, sometimes we forget the business aspect. So we forget to budget, and we forget risk factors. We forget to think about scaling our business, because yes, you want to grow, but for each month or for example, for me, for each project that I work on, how much of that money, what are my business goals for this quarter? All right, I have this lens that I want to buy, or I have to replace my camera, something needs to be fixed, I have to consider this, or whatever it may be. Make sure that I try to budget that in. And you have to also budget and plan for growth. Yes, we always plan to, all right, if something happens, I have money, can cover that. If this happens, whatever, I can cover that. We always plan for the risks, but we need to plan for the growth. And it's also a way to really just speak some life into your business and speak some life into yourself, because you're no longer thinking, oh, I want this, but how on earth do I achieve it? When you have a goal, create micro goals. So for example, you want a new lens and the lens costs $100,000. There are much more pricier lenses than that, but say you want a $100,000 lens, you know, all right, for each shoot, comfortably, if I do a minimum of 5 photo shoots per month, I can save 20, 30, whatever percentage of that money, depending on if I have other sources of income or whatever it may be. But I can put that towards the lens. And then when I do get this lens and I do start getting more work, physically, am I able to be at a shoot tired and have to go home and edit another set of photos? You have to schedule your time, and you have to reach a point where you have certain decisions. All right, the growth of my company, will I always stay a sole proprietor, or will I now have employees? For my employees, what kind of a leader will I be to them? What contingency plans can I put in if this person is lazy, or you have to plan for all those things. I'm not saying for you to overwhelm yourself, but there's a reason why when you bring certain business plans and proposals to get investments, some of them get turned down and some of them go through, because they're going to ask certain questions, and if you can answer all those questions, you're gone clear. All right, so you have to also budget for your software that you're going to be using per month, your equipment, and so on. As I said, network, and be careful about customer service. I realized that for me, energy is big, And there's energy everywhere. There's good energy and there's bad energy. I believe that after your interaction with me, whether you were disrespectful towards me or whatever negative energy you were trying to bring to me, whether it's business or personal, I don't try to reciprocate it. But especially when it comes to business, because yes, there is place for empathy in business, but guess what? You can't allow emotions to run your business. You have to run your business from a logical perspective. You can't be too selfish, but you also can't be too selfless, because people will try to push you over when it comes onto your business. Customer service is important across the board. How you react to a customer when they reach out to you, even if them say, "Oh, how much for your photo shoot?" I usually respond, "Good afternoon. Um, Thank you for your interest. These are the options that you have here." And it also sets a precedence, because you're setting a standard just simply by communicating. Because if I'm going to tell you, hey, one shoot is for 250 US dollars, and I'm going to say, yo, one shoot at 250 US dollar, and you can pay this way, and how you present yourself is also a part of your branding, your customer service, your level of communication with your client. When you're selling your items, or you're giving a proposal, as I said, don't leave things out. If there's any always try to think of the frequently asked questions and answer them, because sometimes the client may not know what to ask. It's their first time, and it saves you so much headache in the long run. Put out organic content. As I said, be a walking billboard for yourself. Have on your shirt. Don't stop talking about it. Let people see that light in your eyes when you're walking around. How you can make residual income from your content now, rather than reaching out to a person and say, let's do a brand collaboration. But how you can make residual income is through NFTs. You can do print on demand, which is a form of drop shipping. So you can find a website where you don't even have to pay a monthly subscription for. A lot of them are transactional, so you'll only pay the website once you make a sale. You can sell these items on Etsy. You can share them on Pinterest. You can share them on the Instagram shop as well. And this is a way for you to also market yourself, because if one of my photos is now on someone's wall or a t-shirt, people are going to say, hey, I like that, where you buy it? And they're going to want to know, come and find your website, and always make sure that your website is linked to your work, where they can see your other services, photography, creative direction, whatever it may be. You can create an ebook. The ebook can be about your niche. So, for example, I would write about photography, or if you're a content writer or a blogger, or a food blogger, you can reach out to different restaurants and do like a little magazine, a small food magazine. You If you can't do photography, you reach out to a photographer, you partner with the photographer. So it's a big collaborative event. So you and the photographer decide, hey, you find a photographer, a food photographer, and you say, hey, this is the situation. We want to write a proposal to these restaurants to take pictures of their food and market their business in a food magazine. You get the cost of to print the magazine, the cost that the photographer is charging, which you can get it reduced, because if you are doing this in bulk, you know you can definitely try to reach a point where, hey, this is the partnership that we can form, or even a food channel on YouTube. If you can't be a videographer, you find a videographer. And there's something that a friend of mine taught me: it's not every time you need to take money from a person, because profit, you can get it now, but what about the long term? I have a friend with that I do graphic design for from time to time, and I get free pork. I love pork. I'm gonna get free pork. You know, you get free market, free graphics, and I get free pork. And it's really about equity. If I have a YouTube channel and I have a videographer, I can say, hey, I can pay you now, or I can pay you this amount now, and then in the long run, you can get a percentage of the earnings that we get from YouTube. And you build a brand from there. You grow, you start including other people. You can do subscriptions. So for example, I want to start something where I do like a monthly short film, and that I would put it on a platform where, all right, you can pay a monthly $5 to have access to certain things or exclusive deals, or you can sell merchandise outside of the print on demand. You can do affiliate marketing. So affiliate marketing is basically when you partner with, you're essentially an influencer, because a lot of content creators eventually um become influencers, and they do affiliate marketing. Whether you buy a GoPro and you start put it out there, and then they realize that, all right, people like the content, you know, become a brand ambassador for that company. You can also do direct marketing. So for example, you go on Quiet Perry's IG page. He has a large following. You go on, I don't remember them names right now, but some of the influencers, some of those pages you can see where they'll talk about, they'll literally share a direct ad from a company, but the company has to pay them. So when you start building your momentum now, you can start doing that. You can start charging people to say, hey, if I'm going to do a video promoting your mangoes, you have to pay a certain amount. And that goes on the partnerships as well. You can also do ads, pay for ads. I don't really use ads. I like doing things organically. I don't really use ads. But when it comes on to your print on demand now, I would recommend definitely SEOs. If you don't know what SEOs is, please go and look it up. If you're thinking of starting or propelling your business online. Another thing that you can do is you can go on like Skillshare, Udemy, and sell a course. You can become a consultant. When you start building momentum and you're very good at what you do, you can basically offer a course on Skillshare, or do one-on-one mentorships or training based on their level of the student's level of proficiency. So for example, is this person a beginner photographer? Maybe they'll need 6 months to catch up to speed to where they want to go. So all right, 6 months, 2 classes per week, how much would that cost? And so on. Yeah. So basically there are so many ways, so many ways that you can, and it's getting even more creative because there are so many platforms that you can go on. There are so many ways to find out how effective you can be with marketing, because if you have a niche, all you have to do is go into one of the social media platforms, search for that niche, and you'll see different reels, different photos. You can Google it and see how other people who are great at what they do market their brand. But again, scale your growth, because if you're getting all the work and then you basically don't have enough manpower, it's going to leave some of your customers disappointed, and you're going to basically go against some of the values of your company and remove trust, and you don't want that. So yes, at this point, do you have any questions for me? All right, no questions. Okay. Well, as a student, honestly, I'd say how I got capital. Um, don't take for granted I look a 9 to 5. My 9 to 5, as much as it never ended up to be what I loved and what I wanted to do, it really helped a lot, because from my 9 to 5 I was able to save, and I was able to buy my computer and buy, not sorry, not my computer, buy my camera, buy my lenses, and I just used that job to help to facilitate my side business. And when I just continued to grow my side business until it was able to be basically my only, well, one of my main sources of income. I no longer work a 9 to 5. So you can, as I said, you can do your 9 to 5, but outside of that, let's say, for example, you're a student and you can't manage the 9 to 5 and you want to start some capital. Whatever content it is that you are currently making, as I said, if you have a phone and your phone has a good camera, for example, if you want to be a photographer, take your hand, make fashion. Because if somebody can sell a blank canvas for $1 million, you got this. It's just to find your audience, and there's always someone who will support you. There's always someone who's going to love your work for what it is. It's just to put it in front of those people, and once you put it in front of those people, they're going to actually want to start to pay you. Because to be honest, I never wanted to take money for photography. It's people force it on me. They're like, I wanted to do a shoot, and I'm like, I don't do this professionally. And they said, I'll pay you this, and I said, oh, all right. And that's where it started. Was it I have to monetize the social for it? To be honest, I was just going through life. When you don't find yourself yet. Me doing what I did all this time was because of it was really just a sense of self-discovery. I was grown in a family where my father wanted me to be a lawyer, a doctor, and this or that. And I stuck with IT. I actually wanted to be an archaeologist, but I stuck with IT because my parents, my mom said, no, I'm not pay for no history, I'm not pay for this, pay for that. And I ended up doing IT. And it really was a lot to shut myself into really saying, hey, I loved it. It's actually this year, after almost over 3 years that I've been doing this, that I came to the revelation. When I was little, I used to draw random pictures of potato heads on paper, tear it out of my exercise book, and give my mom. My mom would put it on the wall, and she would just celebrate it. And it's not like a tape on the wall, she glue it on the wall. So, so if that tear off, it tear off the paint. And I would do a lot of different crafts. And she bought a camera, and it was a Canon, same brand that I use right now. She bought a digital camera, and I would walk around and I would take pictures of water droplets. And even though it felt good, I had never had that independent thinking to say, hey, this is something I could actually monetize or make a business out of, because that wasn't the mindset that I was taught. That wasn't what how society was presented to me as it relates to professionalism and what makes money. But yes, when me reach a certain stage now, I start get certain. I was even in a 9 to 5 the other day, earlier this year, and it was because there was and being an entrepreneur is not easy, because there will be times when nothing just not come in. So make sure, and this is just a professional overall, always make sure that you have multiple sources of income. Always. So while you're working on the business, work on a way where, all right, me can make some body butter or whatever it may be, where you can have or even a part-time job. Always make sure that you have something to fall back on that doesn't take away from your genuine passion. It's really just doing what I'm doing. I went through a bad breakup, and that was a breakup where in that relationship I pushed their business heavily, but I never knew that I had it in me for myself. And it's in pushing their business and seeing how well I can do at business, how well I drastically allow or push the growth for that business. I said, you know what? Why can't I do that for myself? And now that I found this passion, which is photography, it just felt so right within that revelation to say, hey, even though you've done this, you've spent money. Cause I don't know say damn Utech and you in a cheap. You spend money for your degree. Am I really going to turn back on all of this? But then at the same time, is it really turning your back on it if every aspect of your life teaches you something? So I learned a lot through IT. No one my laptop a crash or whatever because of some software. I know how to fix it. But as I said, it was really just a revelation. It wasn't something that I wanted to monetize, and I thank God for it, because sometimes the world wants to tell you one thing, and God has a mission for you, and sometimes you just have to drag you and say, "Girl, go on over there." So, and I think that's what happened to me. Yeah, man.
So I know you were talking about starting and networking with others, but my question is, well, not a question. Yes, it's a question. So what is your advice to those who are looking to become a content creator, a photographer, but they are scared to network or find themselves out there in the market?
Well, you have to go. You have to work around it. You have to work around it. And I know when I say this too, you see, just like how you can go in a church and yes, you know that some people are good, but not everybody in there good. Don't go into the community. As I said, there's a community. You're starting out. Don't be afraid to join the WhatsApp groups. Don't be afraid to meet people. And if you're an introvert, just know, so look here, there's a lot of other content creators that are very, very, very much as introverted as you are. And just because sometimes two introverts make one, and I know what it's like for an introvert to be around an extrovert. The introvert get worn out easily, but when you're another extrovert, nothing can go wrong. At the end of the day, you see, when you can sometimes you kind of like a content creator. Basically, when you and them start talk about a particular topic that you guys are both interested in, you turn best friends with them afterwards, and they show you a whole different side to them. So don't be afraid. And the thing is, not everybody in this world is meant to be an entrepreneur. Some people are meant to be workers, which is why those who are entrepreneurs need to be working. You have some people who need to work under them. You see, if you're going to allow fear to control you, Whether no matter whether business is risk taking, you have to take risks. And if you're not willing to get rid of that fear and go out there, it's not, you're not cut out for it. And I don't mean that in a disrespectful way, but that is just the reality of it. That's really just the reality of it.
I agree. So we have another question in the chat.
Yeah, see.
You can go ahead, Ms. Ron.
Okay, so for
Yes.
content ideas, as I was saying, you can go on IG and TikTok and you can put in the hashtag to find your niche. So for example, photography, or even if you want to make a reel, photography reels, hashtag photography reels, and then you'll see how they do different transitions. And a lot of times there are actually also tutorials just to give an idea. Also, you don't have to necessarily be generic. Inspiration comes from everywhere. It can be a TV ad, and they're having some really, really interesting TV ads these days. You can talk about a topic that is completely different from what is the expectation, like on photography, and have it direct itself back. I mean, I am here speaking now, and I do motivational stuff on my IG that I have nothing to do with photography, but for some reason I think it had something to do with me landing here. So take from your inspiration. I don't know how many of you guys are religious. I'm not necessarily a religious person, but I'm very spiritual, and something that I do a lot is take time for myself and for my work and make sure that I'm rested. I try to eat right, because your brain takes up calories, believe it or not. You see, when you're frustrated or you're tired, idea is not going to come to you. And if an idea come to you, you're so tired, you're not going to want to actually, build on it. So health is very important as well. Some mornings I like to open up my windows, light a little incense, I breathe, and then I close my eyes for like 45 minutes, and I just clear my head. And a lot of the times, Nayoka, that's where inspiration comes from for a lot of my motivational videos. Some days when I sit down and I just clear my mind, because a lot of times we can't come up with ideas because we have so many things in our subconscious. We have so many things thinking about that the idea just it down there, but everything else is piled on top of it. So you have to just dig it out and just get rid of the clout, dig it out and just say, all right. And when it comes to you, best believe it's like you will be so uninspired, and then boom, take up a pen. You're right for 2 hours. And then that idea leads to another idea, and that idea leads to another idea. I'll share a personal moment of my life earlier this year where things were really, really bad. As I wasn't getting any work or anything. And then I said, you know what? Even if this is the situation and this is what is happening, I can't allow all of this to control my mind. I sat down and I just had a moment with myself, and I said, you know what? Hell, this year, man, anything come, it come. And I don't know, I don't want to sound like my mad, but I took up, I have gray walls in my living room, and I took up a chalk, and every single idea that came to me, I put it on the wall. Every single idea. Whether it's a brand, if it's brand partnership, I write down a list of brands underneath that. If I go up on the road and I hear somebody talk about something, I say, oh, right, you know, so I can add that to the list. I save it in my phone and I come home and I write it down. That's another thing too. Always try to write things down. Write it down, because, and sometimes you might think you write it down and you forget about it, but your mind doesn't. A year later, you'll finish it, because that's when it needs to be completed. And don't take for granted that there is, no, I wasn't saying that it's biblical to have one income stream, but don't take for granted that, you know, you need to just clear your mind. Just clear your mind. It's not going to always come for you. There's also divine intervention. Sometimes things happen at the right time. As I said, it's about putting yourself in front of the right people. And sometimes you have to be careful when those persons are watching versus when they're not watching. Um, and if you have an idea and you're passionate about it, and then sometimes you might put it out there and you don't think that it busts, quote unquote. I've seen persons doing YouTube videos and they have like 1,000 subscribers, and a year later couple persons start noticing one of their first videos, and then within a month they jump from like 1,000 subscribers to 200 subscribers, 300 subscribers. So believe that it's something that you have to take risks with. It's something that you have to be patient with. And if you start, make sure that it's something you love, because money cannot be the only reason that you're doing it. How am I add this? They're asking me for the IG page, but I don't know how to type.
So I'll send it. Yes, I've seen them asking there. I'll send it to you guys in the WhatsApp for
Thanks for the
sure,
support,
and you'll be
guys.
able to go over and watch those motivational videos. So it seems Miss Brown came off, but we'll still go ahead and
I'm
have
not
Cyan.
sure what happened, but wow, more than this was
Perfect.
more than a mouthful. Miss Brown just took me up and threw me out the window. Like, girl, you know
Yes,
nothing. Here I
definitely.
go. I am speechless. If you notice, I don't have any questions. It's as if you just gave me all the points I need to start and to know how the process works and to finish. And I must say, hats off to you as a
Thank you.
beautiful black woman doing this effortlessly, proving the
Thank
odds
you. Thank
wrong.
you.
You're welcome, and we appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule today. Even
Thank you for
on
having
your
me.
bad days, we appreciate you so much. Even on your bad days and your good days, you share your experience with us. You were open to us to let us know that even as a creator, you do have bad days and you do have good days, and you have to have a backup plan. A lot of entrepreneurs don't like to tell people the truth and the plain battlefield. It is out there for
True.
all of us, and you just gave us some information that is lifelong learning. That is what I will describe it
Thank
as. And
you.
I'm sure our members appreciate this, and we will take it and we'll apply it even to our personal branding. Because, I don't have a fancy phone like all you guys do, but after hearing about editing tools that
The
you
S9,
starting with,
right?
I tell you, if you
and
don't have a
yes,
fancy phone, look here. I have collaborations with brands where if I have an event, I've had an event to go to the other day. I'm not a handbag person, but me say no, I want a handbag. And a brand just say, "Oh, take some photos for us," and I got 2 free bags. So
what
Just like
collaborate
time?
that.
collaborate
Just
with some
like
of the photographers them, and you don't
Yes.
feel bad to reach out to me, because as I said, I love
Yeah, she
supporting
will answer. She
people.
will.
Reach out to me if you want any advice, because maybe even though what I said today, maybe you might not think about a question now, or down the line you genuinely want to start something, and and maybe even if it's not what I specialize in, I may have someone that I can say, hey, reach out to this person and try to build an introduction. Yeah, man.
And we appreciate that. We appreciate you opening your doors to us for mentorship and advice. And I am sure that we have some members here today who want to venture off in content creation, and they'll definitely reach out to you for further advice. Thank you so much, Miss Brown, and for making it FMA. We do absolutely appreciate all the gems, all the knowledge. all the experiences that you have just shared with us today. Can we agree, members? Drop some fire emoji in the
I
chat and
agree.
show Miss
Candy said
Brown
I'm
some
coming
love.
to you.
Wow, sure, Candy. She can definitely teach you more than a thing or two, right? Miss Brown will definitely
So I'll be sure to
teach
send her
you.
Instagram page in the chat in the WhatsApp group for you guys, and you can go over. You can watch her motivational videos. She does have a lot of motivational videos that she started the other day. They're so inspirational and they're so soothing. You know, sometimes this is some motivational videos, and like it's like the information is coming at you like that. She's there, and
But
it's
they're
so
so
soothing.
relatable because I listened to about four of
Yeah.
them the other day because I like to know our speakers and I like to interact with their content and their pages. And after I go over by her page, I was like, no man. But Miss Brown, I feel really teach me of edit my photos to look like hers.
And
Her
as
work
Miss Brown
is
said, with networking
on
as well,
match.
Cheyenne.
Yes.
As she said, with networking, collaborating, and as Jamaicans with word of mouth, that's how I even knew about her
Dangerous.
page. Through my cousin did a photo shoot some years ago, and that's how I remembered her page. I started following her. I started following her work, and I was like, "This is so amazing." Even during Heritage Time, as she said, her work goes through storytelling, and she does tell a story through her photos. So I'll definitely send her Instagram, and you guys can go there. You can watch the videos and see everything that she does through her storytelling.
All right, guys, you hear my assistant. She'll be sending out all the information needed to find Miss Brown on our social platforms. All right, so we have with us on screen Chave, Assistant Director of Finance. Hi, Chave. Woo, hairstyle.
Eh,
What's nice
what you
smile?
gonna
Oh,
say?
girl, come
Can this
out.
Chave drink 2 Malta and come with hairstyle, you know?
You understand?
Hi guys, good evening everyone.
Good evening, Chave.
So I am here today to thank everyone for joining us. We have now reached the end of yet another meeting. I know that we have all learned something new today, and you know where to find us each and every Thursday right here on YouTube. So thank you everyone for joining and have a good day.
Guys,
Thank
remember,
you.
we won't be having any meeting next week. We have our pull up. So
I
y'all make
really
sure
need
to
to pull
stay.
up. Yes,
Mm-hmm.
you are
When you
there.
pull up in your taxi, you pull up on your 10 to a turbo.
Yeah,
Make
pull up
sure
your
you pull
eyelash.
up.
You need to be
That is it,
there.
Cheyenne.
Oh
Oh, yes,
my
Candy should pull up with new hairstyle. Well ready to pull up.
God. Candice, please. Thank you. But
So
yes,
thank you
guys,
for coming,
making a
guys.
date and don't be late. And thank you guys so much for vibing with us, vibing with FMA. It's always a pleasure to be here to de stress, to get some information, some great knowledge. And we will see you guys next week. Nayoka! I'll see you
Bye,
next week.
everyone. Bye,
Bye.
Cheyenne.